My dear child, last night you wanted to hug your husband, but when you got close, that scent, the perfume you've always loved, pushed you away, and you ran off. Then you felt ashamed. Maybe you even felt guilty toward the husband you love so much. I'm sure you thought you were the only one going through this, but that's not true. I went through the exact same thing. And not just once either, exactly 3 times. But no one ever told me the truth. But today, I'm going to explain everything to you in the finest detail, and by the time this video ends, that shame will be replaced by pride. I promise. It's just hormones. That's what you've always been told, isn't it? How many times have you heard that? And how many times have you grown tired of hearing it? Maybe your mom, maybe your mother-in-law, or even your doctor gave you the same answer and you believed it because there was no other explanation. Or maybe there was, but no one thought it needed to be explained. But now there is, because I know all too well how deeply this throws a person into an internal conflict. During my first pregnancy, I just swallowed it all in silence. During the second, I got angry. By the third, I realized something. It wasn't a glitch, it was a system, almost like a miracle. And that system is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. I've been working with women for many years. I try to help them. I listen to their stories, and I hear the same thing from nearly every one of these beautiful pregnant women. What's happening to me? I'll tell you what's happening to you, not in scientific terms, but as a mother, through the eyes of a woman who's been through 3 pregnancies and now wants to be by your side. I want to take you somewhere. Don't worry, it won't be technical, but trust me, my dear, it will change things. Right in the center of your brain, there's a structure the size of an almond, the amygdala. That's the name of your alarm system. During pregnancy, especially those first 3 critical months, this system is being reprogrammed. It's programmed to do this. And of course, there's a reason for it. More sensitive, more alert, as if someone had switched all the security cameras to high definition in the middle of the night. I felt this during my first pregnancy. It was very hard. Unfamiliar reactions, feelings, and nausea. My husband's cologne. That scent I'd loved for 10 years and associated with him had become unbearable to me one morning. That morning I told him, please don't wear that cologne. The way he looked at me, I felt ridiculous and ashamed. I told myself I was overreacting, but I wasn't, I just didn't know. My brain was protecting me. And here's the truly surprising part. Your olfactory system, your sense of smell, works completely differently from all other senses. You see an image, you hear a sound. These pass through a filter first, are processed, and then make sense. But smell? Smell is processed directly, without any filter. The moment a scent molecule enters your nose, in the blink of an eye, you're right in the middle of the alarm center. That's why that coffee scent affects you so quickly. The brain evaluates it without thinking. Is it safe? Is it suspicious? And if there's any doubt, the brain chooses caution. Always, always. I learned this during my second pregnancy, and that realization changed everything. I understood the power of learning that day. I started telling myself my system is working and began to feel joy instead of sadness. Now, in my coaching sessions, I teach this to every woman because Understanding physically shifts the body's burden. This isn't positive thinking, it's a real neurological process. And then there's the feeling of aversion, that I can't handle this sensation toward everything. This isn't a coincidence either. The brain is sending a single message. I don't know what's involved in taking a risk here, but stay away from it. Don't you think that's amazing? And the brain is right, because the baby you're carrying is more valuable than anything. Now I want to take you back exactly 10,000 years. There might be fire, but no grocery store, no refrigerator, no food safety inspections. And a woman is pregnant. Do you think evolution developed by having mothers put their babies at risk back then? Of course not. Everything around her is a potential threat. Is the meat fresh or spoiled? Is the plant poisonous or edible? It's nearly impossible to tell by sight, but the smell gives everything away. Think of that woman. If she's sensitive to smells and can stay away from spoiled food, she survives, and so does her baby. If not, it doesn't continue. That sensitive nose that annoys you today, it's a legacy passed down to you from that woman. The nose of the survivors, the system of the survivors, the sensitivity of the mothers of surviving babies, their soldiers. Knowing this changes everything, doesn't it? I know you feel better right now. Would you share your feelings with me because you're so valuable? You're doing an amazing job with a system equipped to keep a life alive. You just need to learn more. That's why I'm here. I'd also like to share an example from my third pregnancy. The smell of meat my neighbor was cooking drove me out of the kitchen. My husband gave me a look that seemed to say, "You're overreacting," but I laughed because I now had an answer inside me. "No, honey," I said. "This system works. The soldiers were on duty, and that's really how it is." The first 3 months of pregnancy are the period when the embryo is most vulnerable. Organs form, the brain develops, and DNA is written. And most of the things that are dangerous during this process, not by chance, have a strong odor: alcohol, mold, raw meat, harsh chemicals. Your body doesn't keep a list, but your amygdala and olfactory nerves work together to keep you away, without thinking, without questioning. They protect you. Every time I tell this story, I still get goosebumps. Now let's talk about morning sickness, those exhausting bouts of nausea. During my first pregnancy, I'd run to the bathroom every morning. I'd cry, "How is this even possible?" I'd ask every single morning. No one asked me why, and no one gave me an answer either. Let me ask you something. When is morning sickness at its worst? The first 3 months. Why? Because that's when the organs are forming. What triggers nausea the most? Strong smells, raw meat, eggs, alcohol, smoke. So what do you crave instead? Salty crackers, plain pasta, light foods, foods with the lowest risk of containing anything harmful. This isn't a coincidence, my dear child. It's a program. When I explain this to women, something changes in their eyes. So that's how it is, look. Because the brain processes meaningful experiences differently. This isn't intuition. It's real neurology. The nausea might not go away, but your thoughts while you're feeling it will change. The system is working when you think that mornings start a little easier. Now, hold on a second. Maybe you're in your first pregnancy and everything feels overwhelming. Maybe your mom said you're overreacting. Maybe you're asking yourself, why is this so hard? Whatever the case, listen to me. You're not overreacting. I've been through 3 pregnancies. In each one, I felt hypersensitive, weak, and out of control. Later, I realized I wasn't weak. I was experiencing the system firsthand. My body's millions of years of wisdom was working through me. No one had told me. No one had told me I was a miracle. Feeling tired is normal. Feeling overwhelmed is normal. Of course, crying is too, but you're not passive. You're at the center of an active protection system, one that works silently, tirelessly for you, for that little life inside you. Here lies a choice. You can see this system as an enemy that bothers you, or you can see it for what it is, the voice of an ancient intelligence that loves you, protects you, and thinks of you exactly as it is. The women I work with stop fighting and start listening once they learn all this. And this listening changes everything. So the next time you feel like running out of the room because of a smell, stop. Don't forget to smile and tell yourself, my system is working. Because that's exactly what's happening. It is working. And you're doing just fine, my dear child. I'll be waiting for you in the next video. Stay in love.